Hi everyone, I'm Christina Maroney, the Roseburg High School theater teacher. Thank you so much for joining us for our last show of the school year, which is the stay-at-home edition of Check Please by Jonathan Rand. This is about a 30-minute show, and it explores all of the challenges that people find in dating, specifically blind dates, and in this case, specifically online. So, I hope you enjoy the show. It's a lot of fun. I also want to let you know before you watch that on Friday night of show weekend, we are doing a YouTube live talkback, a question and answer session with the cast. So if you'd like to watch that, you can watch it live and you can even post questions that the cast will answer if you like. Or if you can't watch it during that time but want to check it out later, it will be on my YouTube channel. And you can find the link for that below in the description or on my website, rhsdrama.com. Thanks for being here and enjoy the show.
Can you see me okay? Right? Can you hear me?
Loud and clear. First blind date on Zoom, I'm guessing?
Yeah, I'm more of an in-person kind of person. Sort of old-fashioned.
Oh, I'm the opposite. I only go on virtual dates.
Well, yeah, that's the new normal now, right?
Oh no, even before the lockdown, virtual dates only, no exceptions.
Really?
IMHO is the best way to date, TBH.
Sorry, say again?
IMHO is the best way to date, TBH.
TBH?
Oh, OMG, OMG, OMG. You said you're old-fashioned, so you're basically a noob who doesn't understand how to talk on the internet. LMAO, lols, facepalm.
Well, I've heard of some of it, but generally not out loud.
That is adorbs. You're like a walking hashtag TBT. So tell me about yourself in less than 140 characters.
Well, before lockdown, I got into skydiving.
OMG! YOLO FOMO!
Also, my sister's pregnant.
TMI? JK.
So, can I ask you something?
Yes, Queen AMA!
What do you do for a living?
Oh, well, I spend half of my day on TikTok and the rest of the day gramming. And when I'm looking for love, JK, well, I'm on Tinder, Bumble, JDate, the huge.
Wait, J-date?
Yep.
Isn't that for Jewish singles?
Yep.
Didn't your profile say you were Catholic?
Yep.
Then why are you on J-date?
Why are you on JDate?
I'm not on J-date.
Anyways, I have a few more FAQs, e.g., what's your favorite GIF? Oh no, I can tell you're lost again. BT dubs, that's totes redongadonk. It's like I'm speaking English and you're speaking Canadian.
That doesn't make any sense.
You make me laugh, winky face. You're like TTYL, hashtag what?
Okay, listen, I have to be honest. The whole dialect thing, it's sort of exhausting.
Brownie face.
Sorry, I'm just used to normal talking.
Brownie face with a single tear. Hashtag sad selfie.
I'm not saying it's bad or anything, just maybe a little unusual.
WTF? WTFing F? You know what? F this date. F it. I'm leaving, but before I go, FYI, I've already turned this whole day into a meme that just got ruffle emojis from both my mom and my roommate. So tell me, who got the last laugh?
LOL?
It's great to meet you.
Likewise.
Oh, how long have you lived here?
About 8 months. It feels longer, though.
3 years for me. It's a great city.
Definitely. What do you like most about it?
So what do you like most about living here?
Well, I love walking my dog in the park, especially in the fall.
Oh yeah, I'm kind of different. I'm all about walking my dog in the park and in the fall.
No, I enjoy that too.
So you're like into violent action movies, right?
No.
Oh, same here.
Are you listening to me at all?
I was watching this really cool one last night. It was called like Death Kick or Death Punch or like Kick Punch. But I was watching the movie and I was thinking like I could totally be in movies. Like I got the face and the body for it.
Wow.
So hey, enough about me. I want to hear more about you.
Or I could just leave since you're a self-centered tool.
I'm a Capricorn myself.
So your profile says you're an ER doctor?
Yes, trauma surgeon.
That's amazing, especially these days.
Thank you for saying so. It is rewarding work. What do you do?
Well, it's gonna sound trivial in comparison, but
One moment. This is rather important. Dr. Johnson? Yes. 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 Who's there? Mel Gibson, who? That is a relatively amusing knock-knock joke. Also quite offensive. We will speak later. Thank you. Good evening. Where did we leave off? Oh, yes. Trauma surgery. It was my aspiration from a young age and remains my genuine passion.
that's great.
You were saying what you do?
Well,
One moment. Dr. Johnson. Yes. Yes. I'm unavailable at present. A virtual date. It's going fine. 4 out of 10. Moderately attractive. He's contributed nothing to the conversation. Good evening.
you know I could hear you, right?
That's a flagrant breach of doctor-patient confidentiality. Dr. Johnson? David, yes. I concur that we should have never terminated our relationship. We'll gladly resume, regroup in 1 hour. I love you too.
Who's David?
One moment. Dr. Johnson.
Okay, can you just turn off your phone? It's just rude.
It's the hospital. A 10-year-old needs a heart transplant.
Oh, no.
Try and have at least some respect for a child's life.
I'm so sorry.
In actuality, I just punked you. It's David again. Marry me tonight.
So your profile said you were fluent in a bunch of languages?
Yes,
That's awesome.
thanks.
I forgot everything from school except biblioteca and baño.
I'm sure you know more than you think. I get rusty all the time.
How many languages do you know?
Oh, I sort of lost count.
Really? Wow. Can you give me a few samples?
I'd hate to seem like I'm showing off.
Just a few?
Okay, fine, all right. So, let's see. If I wanted to say, it's a pleasure to meet you in Latin, I would say, pro bono habeas corpus magnum opus.
That sounds familiar.
It's a fairly common expression.
Okay. What else?
Well, if I wanted to tell you in Italian, you look beautiful in the color red. I would say, Mil grazie di Caprio al dente.
Did you say DiCaprio?
DiCaprio means color or hue. Then in German, if I wanted to say, looks like rain tomorrow, that'd be Scheudenfrude Lederhosen Bratwurst.
Hold on a second.
In French, hold on a second, is bonjour baguette. In Hebrew, dreidel, dreidel, dreidel.
Okay, stop. I'm not an idiot. Do you know any foreign languages, or are you just a total fraud?
Chorizo taco.
My fellow American, good evening.
Good evening.
It is an honor and a privilege to spend this moment with the citizen of our magnificent country.
Likewise. So I'm gonna take a wild guess and say you're in politics.
On the contrary, we must abandon partisan politics, bridge the divide, reach across the aisle, and at long last dispense with the same old Washington games. Politics, not in my backyard.
So where are you from?
I was born in a small village called Farm and Factory Town. Farm and Factory Town is a humble community of hardworking families, rolling prairies, and oats. And I'll tell you, the first lesson you learn as a proud citizen of Farm and Factory Town is the difference between a good oat and a bad oat. A good oat has character, resolve, dedication. A bad oat, well, a bad oat leaves a bitter taste in the young child's mouth. A bad oat can't be trusted. A bad oat destroys homes and increases deficit spending.
Can I jump in here?
I've traveled all across this fine land, shaking the hands of real Americans just like you. Take the 60-year-old mill worker I met in Stonebridge, Ohio. His name was Yipple. Now, Yipple may have had a ridiculous name, but Yipple did not have a ridiculous heart. Yipple spoke to me about what we need in this country. What we need is a leader who leads, not a leader who doesn't lead. That would be a waste of the first 4 letters in leader. Or the young woman I met in Great Bend, Kansas. Her name was Lynn. She was black.
Please stop. You're on a date.
A date which will live in infamy.
That was in poor taste.
Give me your poor, your huddled masses, yearning to meet me.
Okay, I don't mind politics. It's great that you're so dedicated to the country, but can we change the subject?
It is time for a change.
No, like a new topic of conversation.
Time for a new beginning, a new dawn. I'm Ruth Hayes, and I approve this message.
You know, I just remembered something. I already voted.
Richard, these call sheets are wrong again. That's twice today. God bless you, and God bless America. Richard, clean up your desk.
No, I agree.
And it's still #1 on Netflix.
I thought I was the only one that felt that way.
Hey, listen. This is great.
It is great.
It seems like we have the same taste, same values.
Same religion, same therapist.
We're from the same part of the country.
It's unreal.
That's not bad, right? To have too much in common?
No, I don't think so, unless you also shave your beard.
Ah, we're so different.
Hey, so I know we're supposed to wait a few days before we schedule another date, but I was wondering if you just want to schedule one now.
Totally.
Yeah?
Yeah.
No, all right. Well, I can't this Friday.
Yeah, me neither. Not to be a downer, but I've got a virtual funeral.
Hey, me too. We're doing a whole Zoom service.
Same here. My cousin Trudy had like 100 cousins.
That's so weird. The one we're doing is for my cousin Trudy. Wait a second. Are you?
Is your dad...
I agree.
And it's still #1 on Netflix.
For real. I thought I was the only one who was bothered by that.
This is fun.
Same here. I'm having a good time.
Speaking of dates that go surprisingly well, I just heard this story where the date turned out to be their cousin.
No way.
I kid you not.
That's exactly how my parents met.
Good to meet you.
Wow, wow. Did you feel that?
Feel what?
That spark between us that just detonated. It's straight up kinetic. What a rush. Wow. And it's well beyond physical attraction. There's something about the way we vibe with each other on an intellectual level. It's like we finish each other's...
Oh, you want me to...
Sentence is amazing. We should schedule our second date now, right? It just feels right? Next Sunday, there's this virtual party and you can be my date. I can introduce you to my friends, my parents, my extended family, and I should mention it's less a party and more my nephew's baptism.
Oh, I don't think so.
You're right. Too soon? It's too soon. Right. Sometimes I get ahead of myself. I'm sorry about that.
It's okay.
So let's pivot from the point of the baptism to this virtual cheese tasting my folks are throwing on the 18th, which would be the ideal chance for you three to meet, because if you don't, and you and I end up getting serious, my parents might get skeptical of our relationship, which would then lead for an uncomfortable wedding ceremony and 10-day honeymoon in Cabo. And 9 months later, you can't tell me Kayla won't notice, because I'll know she'll notice, I know she'll notice, she'll notice.
Wow.
You don't like the name Kayla? My backup names are Penny and Apple. What? Something's on your mind. You know, you can always tell me anything, today and always.
Well, stating the obvious, we just met, and you have our entire relationship mapped out.
Does that make you uncomfortable?
Yes.
You're right. Wedding kids. I hardly know you.
Exactly.
Of course. That being said, my nephew's virtual baptism is actually today, so... hi, everyone. This is the girl I was telling you about.
It's so great to meet you.
Welcome to the family.
Honey, look, it's your godmother.
No, my dog really died.
Thank you for meeting on such short notice. Shall we get started? Good, good. I recently underwent a failed merger with my previous client, so what I'm looking for at this stage is a complete overhaul of the status quo, essentially a paradigm shift, if you will, that brings us to the next level, from relationship to relationship 2.0.
Can I say something?
Please hold your questions till the end. Now, as you'll see in these projections, my 4-year plan is to hit the ground running with a strong foundation in the first 3 quarters, synergizing from the word go, and by 2024, have fully reinvented our relationship using a game-changing, scalable approach to seamless integration. How do I plan to accomplish this? I'll tell you. By thinking outside the box, win-win situations, giving 110%, maximizing leverage, pushing the envelope, squaring the circle, and finally, texting if one of us is late to a movie or something. If I'm reading the room right, and I do believe I am, in short order, you'll co-sign my proposal. As a value add, we'll run it up the flagpole and see who salutes. Skate to where the puck is going. Stick a fork in it to see if it's done. Tickle an artichoke till it sings a cappella hip-hop. Then I guarantee this merger will bear fruit. And by bear fruit, I am not referring to babies. Unless you want to talk about it. But totally cool if not. I went 4. Any questions? Ah, yes, you.
Can you tell me how it's possible I've actually had worse dates than this one?
They didn't use PowerPoint.
So your profile says you're a psychologist?
No, that was a typo.
Psychiatrist?
No. Psychic. I know. Obviously, it's an incredible career, but there are drawbacks to clairvoyance. For example, last week, I foresaw sunburn in my future, so I had to cancel my trip to Cancun. I know what you're thinking. Sunburn is the worst. See how I knew what you were thinking?
So what made you become a psychic?
So what made me become a psychic? I anticipated that question. Here's how. Back in school, I had a vision that I was going to fail a math test. Then I took the test, and I failed it. A flawless prediction. I knew in that moment that I was going to become a psychic. And then a week later, I became a psychic. Another flawless prediction.
But those are all things you can control.
How about a free reading, huh? Yeah?
I'm not interested.
I insist. Show me your feet.
Sorry, what?
Your feet. See, in movies, psychics read palms, but real psychics read feet. Come on, take off your shoe.
I don't think I'm comfortable with this.
Is he comfortable with this? Signs point to yes.
Fine.
See, the feet have the strongest spiritual bond I've ever seen. Zach. Since they so often touch the ground, they have the strongest connection to this paranormal ether. Interesting. See, this line between your heel and your midsole, it tells me that you like sports. Is it true you like sports?
I like sports.
Yes, sports. Right there. I knew it. And this line along your lateral plantar nerves, that's your history line. Shall we take a look? What? What's that? Sometimes feet whisper. Yes? Yes, oh, I see. When you were a teenager, did you attend a high school?
I did.
Yes, high school. Yes.
Listen, can we just stop? You haven't told me anything that's not obvious.
But we're about to get to the grand finale. Come on. See, the main line is along the big toe, but yours is faint. Can you come a little closer? No, closer. Closer. Come on, much closer. Yes. Perfect. Are you ready? Your favorite music is 60s R&B. You live in a second-floor apartment on 5th Street, and your mother's name is Doris.
Wait, how'd you know that?
Knowledge is feats.
What else can you tell me?
Only that you wake up every morning at 8 a.m. Your fantasy team is in 3rd place. You just finished binge watching Breaking Bad, and you're on the Jurassic Pork level on Angry Birds. Impressive.
You hacked my phone, didn't you?
Science points a yes.
Hey, just so you know, this is probably going to be my last date ever. Staying single just seems less stressful.
Yeah, same.
So, I'm just going to skip the formalities and get right to it.
Sure.
Are you really into emojis, politics, or bare feet?
No.
Interesting.
I've just got one question, actually. Are you my cousin?
No.
Oh. I like that. That's a good quality in a person.
Thank you.
Interesting.
Yeah. Interesting.
So hey, when this whole quarantine thing is over, you want to grab a drink?
I'd like that. Actually, we could grab one now.
Sure. Cheers.
Cheers.